as sad as it is, we begin the final part of Super Mario 64 walkthrough, part 32. Closely predicted by me, not accurately predicted. We have 119 stars now, and if you do the math, only one remain. 120 divided by 119. Knew that, but I don't know why I would want to know that. But what we're going to be doing, obviously, is I have saved the final star for Bowser in the sky, which is where Bowser is in his final his final lair, and we have to get 8 red coins there. Not too difficult to do, but I assure you, I will make a fool of myself whenever possible. Thank you for everyone that has watched this so far. I know it's not, it's not the most popular out there. Not a lot of people, surprisingly, not a lot of people have probably played this game. Maybe some didn't like this game, but it is a classic, and it's probably my second favorite N64 game of all time. So we're going to vault ourselves into his little portal here. Scared a picture of Bowser, and the thing is, if you don't have 70 stars, when you go up into that stairway, it will be never ending, and that's kind of freaky, and you will not be able to meet Bowser. So there is that red coin right there that we're going to have to get. Oh my! Blue cheese putting me back in my place. Not staying up there for me. That is blue cheese. There's something about this. They're trying to create the cheese trend there. The moving blocks of cheese. We got the cheddar. We got the bleu. Alright, it's more than obvious. It's apparent. And so what you want to do, ideally you want to push the this block towards the red coin, obviously, so you can give yourself an easier chance of getting to that red coin by doing a backflip or whatever means possible to get up there to where that red coin is. So I'm going to do a backflip on a position that guy. Yeah, I thought I'd do that, but that's not going to work either. Alright. Alright now. Blue cheese playing games with me. Yeah, this just gives me a longer time to be with you guys in the Super Mario 64 walkthrough. I mean, it's just that's what he's trying to say. It's not that I'm bad or he's doing his job. So we're gonna have to do the same thing again. Push the block towards the red coin. Don't kill yourself. That's key. Usually that's key. I don't really say that it'd be killing himself, but if you could never die, no matter what you did, I would love this job that Mario has. This ability to do crazy stuff. Going all over the place in random worlds, out in nowhere. You don't know where you are half the time. It's like you're on an LSD trip for months on end. Without stopping. Alright. I would love not to, in real life I'm not going to be tripping all that, I'm not going to go tripping. But, alright, I'll get electrocuted. But look at, he's like unfazed. He just like turns invisible for a couple seconds after getting electrocuted. Don't tell me that's the best job anyone could ever have. I don't care if I get paid. If I'm just running all over the place, taking out gigantic blocks, walking slowly at me that I gotta pound on their back. I don't even understand how to explain this to you. It's so weird. That would be the best job possible anyone could ever imagine. And I don't even know how I'm gonna take care of Mr. Womp or whatever his name is. Yeah, I believe it's Womp. Yeah, oh yeah, it's definitely a Womp. It's just a tinier Womp. I guess that worked out for me. Loving the backflip today. Something elegant about it. And the coins can be tricky to see, so you want to play with every camera angle you can in each step. And that doesn't work out. I'm getting singed with my hands. I don't like this. I don't like this logic. I guess that makes sense, but all right, you don't grab onto the ledge for me. We need a grappling hook. Get one of those. Where are you, Link? But seriously, I mean. It's like he's on an LSD trip and he can't feel any pain. I'm sure he can. I mean, he obviously dies, so I'm just going to take the low road right now and get that red coin down here before I forget it. There is another red coin down here. It's off to the side of this platform. It's kind of hard to see, but you probably, yeah, there you go. There's a glimpse of it. It's by those yellow coins. They will give you a little hint of where it is. Just take your time. No need to rush it. Jump up, and you can either take this route or go back to where the compound is over there, as I like to call him, and jump back up to where you originally were. But I'm going to go over here just for a change of pace. And now that Womp's gone, we don't really have to worry about anybody being there, knocking us off the ledge. You can pick up that extra life, but it's a little risky going around that edge. I'm not going to do it just because it's a thing called save states on the emulators. The beauty of the emulator. Backflip on up. And jump. Oh, that was a little tricky, but as you can see, there's things that you've seen previously in the other Bowser layers. They're trying to put everything all in one, and that was a bit too close. And you're gonna have to bring all your skills that you know into this place. I mean, it's not too difficult to figure this place out or get to from one place to the next, get all the coins. But it is probably the most difficult of the three, obviously, as it should be. Obviously, if you played other N64 games, any game in general, this is not a hard ending by any means. And the boss, not hard at all either. It can be a little annoying if you don't. You got to get it down. You got to get good timing down, especially with this emulator D-pad I'm using. And don't skip this red coin. I don't know how you can, but be careful. Just get yourself under the shadow. The shadow will help you out where you need to jump, and you'll be able to run on this steel-plated ramp. Don't ask me how he's being able to run up that thing like nothing ever happened so easily. We're not going to question that. This is probably one of the trickiest coins in the level, just because it's an oddly shaped rectangle in the sky, and you just got to follow this platform. It's going to go back and forth, so if you want to stay on it, you're afraid because it left, you're not sure of yourself, just go back on it and wait for it to come back across. Get across this guy, jump up on the candy cane, and I'm going to save right there just in case, because I can see myself dying. Definitely. Although this is probably the easiest stretch of the course so far yet. Jump up here, and that is the 7th coin already. As you can tell, it's not leagues more difficult than the other courses, or the other Bowser courses, but I just gotta be aware of where the coins are. That's probably the most difficult point, because they tend to hide them more than you have to access them by exhibiting like good timing or good technique in the button combos that you choose to use. And so right here, you gotta be a little concerned about the wind. But if you keep running forward and tend not to jump like I am right now, as you can see, you'll get pushed backwards if you tend to jump. If you just keep running forward, contrary to what you think, he'll be able to run through the gusts of wind, easily get up here, and once you get up there, don't take the stairs quite yet, come under the ramp, and get yourself the 120th star if you do it in this order. I prefer that you do, just because it creates a final showdown with Bowser, and you just feel more complete once you take him out. Just come across and don't go in the tube. If you do, shame on you. So that is 120. That's it. That is all the stars. We finally completed that. All we have left standing in our way is the big tortoise that we all know and love and listen to the sick music. And as usual, we never read what he says. This showdown with Bowser, unlike the other ones, you're gonna have to hit him, get him to hit those bombs 3 times, 3 different times, and it gets pretty difficult, relatively speaking, to the other Bowser showdowns. You're gonna have to get him hit 3 times. He will shoot that fire occasionally when you get close to him. When you're further away from him, he will run at you or jump up to create shock waves. And this is a bit too far from any bomb, so I'm just gonna have to throw him close to 1. And that was actually pretty close. That's actually pretty close there. I don't think I'm not going to hit that bomb. He's going to come back up, and he's going to create shockwaves. And I cannot see... No, he's not going to create shockwaves. He's going to take... Oh, yes, he is. And you see on the emulator, I cannot see them. I know, I'm screwed. I can't even see a shockwave that electrocutes me, of all things. That is likely. So now that we're pretty close to one of the bombs right there, I just want to take your time, and that is not going to do the trick, so we're going to have to meet up with him again, and careful not to fall off the ledge there. We got a little bit of space. And I'm surprised I snuck in. I was thinking I was going to fall off that platform. And I'm just going to scoot him up a little bit closer, and then I'm going to get about one rotation, and he should be good. And one of three the bombs will be taken care of. That is how you want to do it for the first and second bombs. It's kind of difficult to do it on the third because most of the platform will be gone, and it'll be created. A star will be created out of it, a star shape, and you will not be able to get close enough to the bombs, or else you would be in the void and defying gravity, which we've done before. And so you want to take advantage of the proximity to the bombs in the first and second throws. Try not to run into him as well. And probably his most damaging attack will be the one where he creates the shock waves. If you can see him, that is. If you can see him though, to see the shock waves, it's more than it's less than difficult. And I mean, when he runs at you, you can just dodge out of the way, and that usually gives you a good opportunity to grab his tail, considering he's off balance and his back is turned to you. Do a little savage there, and try to hit up on that one. Way out in the distance is not going to work. You see, you got to be really precise here, and you're probably going to have to go unless you're at the very edge of one of the stars. And see, I can't even see that. It's kind of glitchy. But see what I'm saying? Whoa, Bowser, what would you have done there if you fell off? I would have loved that. I would have laughed at you, scoffed at you, looked at you, falling down, and probably when you rose up, smite, something about the, I was trying to make a Gandalf quote there, and he just fell flat on its face. But I'm going to die here because I do not see any shockwaves, and there we are. So a good thing I saved a little bit ago, and we're going back right after the incident when I throw him twice off the bombs, and now I got to spin him around again. Mario's probably puking all over himself, and Bowser, and I would get dizzy throwing this guy around. Another example of Mario's human superiority, muscularity, ability, and death. So we're gonna have to load once more, and third time's a charm, ain't it? So I believe so. This might be it. That's all I'm saying. This might be it. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to avoid another shockwave here. Don't know how that's gonna work out. Let's keep jumping up in the air, I'd say. Some backflips. The floor routine. Another one. Let's get a little overkill here. Show me the tail. Show me the tank. Smile, you son of a. I did make a Roy Scheider quote there, or a Brody quote from Jaws. If you're not seeing the movie, I don't know what you're doing watching this video. And that's it, Bows. Maybe you should have made them a little bit more stars, but as you're going to tell me, you didn't even know there were 120 stars. So I'm going to ground pound you as much as I can. Take out your neck. A little decapitation for the heck of it. And if you can read that, good for you. Thank your teachers. And that's it. That is all she wrote. Although there is one more secret that you probably already know, and many people have been asking me. That is all she wrote for all intents and purposes in this Super Mario 64 walkthrough. So fittingly enough, I'm going to do a backflip into it. And for the rest of the video, I'm going to let you soak it all in. Enjoy the ending. It's a great credit scene. It's kind of nostalgic after going through all the trials and tribulations of the game. So I'm going to let you enjoy it as you played along with me, if you've beaten this game previously, or you just enjoyed the walkthrough in itself. I'll catch up with you in a little bit after the credits are done, when we will go on and meet Yoshi. You can see Yoshi there, by the way. Oh, right on the hiding up on the rooftops. Santa. I'm done. What happened to her hair? It's like she stuck a beetle in there that it's got these jagged edges. I don't even know how to describe that.
And it's all thanks to you. Thank you, Mario. We have to do something special for you. Here we go! Listen, everybody. Let's bake a delicious cake. For Mario.
Mario's pimp juice coming through. Give me that cake. We're finally getting the cake. I can't believe it. That's the whole purpose of this game, by the way. And enjoy the credits, everybody. So I hope you enjoy those credits. That was great credits. Thank you, Nintendo, for making this great game. Great length, so diverse, a lot of different courses in it. You know, obviously not the greatest storyline, but that's not what we need in the Super Mario games. Just nice, fun character, fun-loving game. And if you've not played it, please go out and get yourself an N64. You can probably get one for $10 on eBay. Get yourself a Super Mario 64 game and plug away at it. You can probably beat it if you get on a run. I don't know, in a couple of weeks if you play it a lot. But it is a memorable game, regardless of how good you are at it. So after we get our cake, gobble down the cake, we're gonna go meet up with our buddy Yoshi for old time's sake. And this is a kind of an Easter egg thing. If you noticed when I was in one of these ponds over here earlier, I don't know when exactly that was. There is a cannon within one of these graded wells, and you can get yourself in here only after defeating Bowser and getting 120 stars. That is, get inside this cannon well, launch yourself up to Peach's castle, on the rooftop. And as we saw for about a second or two when we were going to meet Peach, Yoshi is up there waiting for us. So we can launch ourselves up, and that'll work. And there is a nice platform up here where we can talk to our bud, get a nice present from him for Christmas. Might as well. So we'll let you talk to him for a second, and he's gonna give us a present. It's a very nice present, I might add. Once again, this part is not necessary. You can come up to Yoshi, you can not come up to Yoshi, but why wouldn't you, when your bud from ages ago gives you 100 lives? I don't know how that's possible. Some green dinosaur giving me 100 lives. A little strange. Once again, Nintendo logic not present in this game. But as we reach the last minute or so, I'm going to go on a victory lap around Peach's castle before I go in and take Peach's cake from her hands. So I'm going to launch myself up in the cannon once more. I've never been on the very top of the castle. I don't know if that's even possible. Just stand at the top spire. That would be pretty sick. But that needle looks like it would kind of... not gonna go into that. It looked like it would be quite painful. But in this last minute, thank you, YouTubers. Thank you for all those that have watched this. Didn't know there was a wall present right there. Thank you for everybody that has enjoyed, commented, viewed it, supported me going through this walkthrough. It hasn't been that long of a walkthrough, but at times there were gaps in my recording. So thank you for all people that stayed there and continue to view what is actually hard work. It doesn't look like it is all the time, but if you do it day in and day out, you got to get that gameplay down and trying to record and let's keep up. But thank you. I'm gonna end it here. This is it. This is all she wrote. See you guys. Cue Ball signing off. Check out my next walkthroughs.